Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors' level of interest in trading Jonathan Kuminga revealed, Insider. The Golden State Warriors' time with Stephen Curry will only continue to shorten. After missing the playoffs, trading breakout Warrior Jonathan Kuminga could help them capitalize on what's left of Curry's prime. However, ESPN's Ramona Shelburne dismissed any notion of a potential Kuminga trade. She revealed the level of "not at all," Shelburne said on 95.7 FM's The Game. "I think he's pretty much, look, it's gonna get complicated because of his extension talks and how much money they have but I think they'll do everything they can to keep him. I mean, I don't think they want to even talk about him." Shelburne added what assets the Warriors could offer in a trade instead of Kuminga. "They have a pretty good set of assets," Shelburne said. "There's some other good young players on the team outside of Kuminga. They have draft picks, they have Wiggins, they have Gary Payton too, they have a lot of options there, they have a lot of optionality and decent contracts. And then there's also the blue chip, which is Chris Paul. That contract is very interesting for a lot of teams for a lot of reasons. Now, the Warriors could certainly just keep him and take the savings themselves. But that's a great trade asset for a lot of teams. While it appears the Warriors won't trade Kuminga anytime soon, ESPN's Zach Lowe floated a trade that would include him. The return package would be former Warrior Kevin Durant. KD reunited with the Warriors, Lowe said on his podcast The Lowe Post on April 29. "All the young guys, salary fillers. It's gonna be Kuminga and all the other, young, guys you don't want to trade. It's Kevin Durant, so you'll probably trade those guys." His guest, Bobby Marks, outlined who else would have to be included in the trade. "It should be Wiggins as your placeholder," Marks said. "That's your big number, right? Then it's gonna be a combination of Kuminga, Brandon, Podziemski, and Moses, Moody and whatever you have." The Phoenix Suns have made the playoffs both times Durant has been on the team. However, they have fallen far short of their goal of winning a title. If they decide it's not worth keeping him, Kuminga might be the best returning asset available to them. After flashing his potential with the Warriors over his first 2 seasons, Kuminga broke through in his 3rd season. He flourished in an expanded role. As he averaged a career-high 26.3 minutes a game, Kuminga saw his numbers grow. In 74 games, Kuminga averaged 16.1 points on nearly 53% shooting from the field. He also averaged 4.8 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and 0.7 steals a game. All of which were career highs for Kuminga. At 21 years old, Kuminga has definitely shown that he can be a valuable contributor to a team aspiring to make the playoffs. The Warriors may very well not trade him because they believe they'd be better off with him on the team than without him. Draymond Green makes interesting prediction on Bronny James' possible NBA career. "There's more than meets the eye when it comes to Bronny James and his possible debut in the league. For Golden State Warriors star Draymond Green, though, there's an interesting path to his potential career in the NBA. Bronny first made noise when Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James declared that he plans to play the final year of his career with him. Since then, the young star has been in the focus of fans, critics, and reporters to see how he'll shape up for the NBA. Months before his first game as a freshman for the USC Trojans, Bronny suffered a cardiac arrest due to a congenital heart disease. Fortunately, he recovered just in time to play with his team before 2023 ended. The thing is, the younger James didn't really stand out from the crowd during his one-year college stint. Due to his subpar performance, mock drafts everywhere didn't peg Bronny as a first or even second-round pick this year. This prompted LeBron to come in defense of his son and told the public to let him be a kid. Fortunately, the 6'1" guard had a good performance at the NBA Draft Combine, a development that has caused scouts and front offices to take a second look at him. Golden State Warriors star Draymond Green comes up with interesting prediction on Bronny James' potential NBA career. Thanks to Bronny's impressive workout at the Combine, more people are now talking about him. Among those is Golden State Warriors all-star forward Draymond Green. In an article written by Andrew Gould on X, he has more than enough attributes and tools and things about him that will make him a good backup point guard, at least, Green said on his podcast with The Volume. Green detailed the qualities Bronny possesses that bode well for a respectable NBA career. Backup point guards need to pick up full court. He's going to be able to do that with the best of them, Green said. Backup point guards need to be able to knock down shots. We know he can knock down a shot. Backup point guards need to be smart, not make mistakes. People complain that he played basketball too mistake-free, Gould wrote. Just recently, Bronny listed 3 players he wanted to emulate in the NBA: Drew Holiday, Davion Mitchell, and Derek White. Green's assessment of the younger James falls in line with the guards he mentioned, which can be a good path to walk on for him. It's not yet known where James will end up if he formally joins the NBA draft. Nevertheless, a lot of eyes will be watching to see which team will select him in June. NBA exec says Dejounte Murray could replace Steph Curry at Golden State. It's the day that Warriors fans never want to come, but the reality is that Steph Curry will have to retire at some point. The 36-year-old has made it clear that he wants to play in the league for as long as he can, and he certainly has no trouble getting around on the court as it stands. Curry was even doing sandhill drills in Dubai during the offseason to keep himself fit. But one day, he will have to ride off into the sunset, and one Western Conference executive recently floated the idea of Hawks guard Dejounte Murray eventually replacing Curry. Of all the guys they might be able to trade for, he is probably realistic because he does not make a ton of money, and they could add him, put him in Chris Paul's spot, give up 2 first-round picks, and now you've gotten some defense in there, you've got another scorer in there, you have a guy who makes some sense, the Western Conference exec told Heavy Sports. He's 6'5", he can guard 3 spots, he is an okay shooter, and he won't break your bank. Not breaking the bank is definitely a win for Golden State, as the franchise have one of the highest luxury tax bills in the league. Adding Murray to the team sooner rather than later could be beneficial, as Steph could teach him a thing or two. No one is gonna replace Steph, the exec continued. But that team needs to look at everybody they might think of getting and ask, Stephen Curry replacement? Stephen Curry replacement? If you can bring in Murray, you've got a point guard for the next 5 or 10 years if you want him. That's a start on replacing him. The Warriors may prefer to target a wing instead of another guard. But Murray was impressive for Atlanta during the 2023-24 season after averaging a career-high 22.5 points, while making 45.9% of shots from the field and 36.3% of shots from 3. His durability is also to be noted, since he played in 78 games this season and 74 in the season before. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Dejounte Murray? Leave your opinion in the comments.